So the irreversible damage is the one I think you're talking about. The book.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
So let's go on that. Let's go even deeper with that on what you're saying. So I'll give you a story. I'm in the Army. I'm 18, 19 years old. I love women like I can't have enough of them. Like I was like, I was greedy, extremely greedy, right? And I was a capitalist. I wanted to experience everything and anything I could. One day, one of the guys at our unit says, I found the sickest club, but I can't tell everybody about it because we could all be kicked out of the Army if they find out what club this is. I said, what club is it? It's a gay club. So it's a gay club. Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's the best club in America. I'm like, it's the best club in America. Where is it at? It's in Nashville, Tennessee. Get out of here. No one's going to put the best club in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm telling you, it's the best club in Nashville, Tennessee. What's the name? I can't tell you. I just have to take you there first. All right. So at this point of the game, thank God I trust this guy because he was my workout partner. So I asked him, I said, listen, I partied with you. I've never seen you like men. He says, no, you don't understand. I don't like men, but you got to go here with me. You'll see why it's unfair. I said, okay, let's go. So we go to the club. So we take one of our friends. It's four of us now, two of our friends. By the way, all of them till today were in contact. So we go to the club. First of all, women are there with the intention of they don't want to be flirted. They want to be left alone, right? So they're kind of going there saying, oh, the gay men, I love gay men because they're this, they're that. So there's only a few straight men there. We're four of them, okay? So the market's on our side. We're winning here, right? Well, we go in, and obviously it was exactly what he said. It was unfair. It's like the movie Wedding Crasher, where the scene where Owen Wilson goes to meet Will Ferrell, and Will Ferrell's like, Ma, meatloaf! He says, man, I'm not going to weddings anymore. I'm crashing funerals. You got to see, it's like, it's not even fair because, all this stuff. Anyways. Now, obviously, there's a part of it that's not funny, but that's humor movie. We all watch Wedding Crash. It's funny. But one of my friends, a guy comes and flirts with them. Now, for me, it's like, listen, it's cool. I get along with everybody. I'm very comfortable, but I have no interest. But one of the guys comes and tells one of our friends, and he says, so you like men? No, I like women. He asks a simple question afterwards. How do you know? And I got to tell you, this question of how do you know confused the living crap out of this guy. So we leave the place. We got a 1 hour drive back. It's 2:00 in the morning. We've had 20 beers in us. We're driving with, alcohol levels that's not appropriate at all. The entire time he's like, how do I know? Like, what are you doing? He says, but Pat, I really don't know. Said,
what do you mean? How do you fantasize over? What do you masturbate over?
But here's what's crazy about it. You know what ended up happening? No. This guy experienced just to find out if he knows or not. That's so what
he had a gay encounter just to answer that question.
Just to answer that question, whether he did or not. So the part I'm going to you with this, obviously there's humor behind the story, but it wasn't humorous on the drive back. I just remember being hammered and we're cracking up about it. But the point I'm trying to make to you is, if media and TV, social, if they have this much power, if they just put it in your mind to say, how do you know cocaine isn't good for you? How do you know you're not a trans? How do you know you're not this? How do you know you're not that? How do you know? We don't know. How do you know communism doesn't work? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? You're like, maybe I don't know. Maybe it is euphoric. Maybe it is utopian type of a life. Maybe I should try it. That's what I mean when I say the marketing today, the amount of influence they have. Is it really changing the way we're wired because we're questioning stuff about ourselves that maybe we just don't know?
I wish marketers had that much influence. They don't. Now, in the case of your friend, maybe he had some questions that he needed answered. But I think that if you were to ask 100 men who are, avowed heterosexuals, how do you know you don't want to get sodomized by a Turkish hairy guy? How do you know? They'll say, well, because I don't fantasize about that. I've lit my entire internal life of fantasy has been rooted in fantasizing over Beyonce and not about a Turkish hairy guy sodomizing me. So I don't think it's that mysterious, and I don't think any marketing guy is going to convince me to go to a gay sauna, and have sodomy. So I think that's on your friend. But I will mention something that is scientifically interesting to what you asked. There is something called sexual fluidity, and it's a real term, whereby, so if you look at women, they're much more likely to be fluid. So, for example, a woman could be completely committed to being a heterosexual woman. She really prefers men, but in that dorm at Wellesley on that cold evening night when my girlfriend and I were really tight and we started wrestling, a little lesbian session broke out. Now, I say that, in a jocular manner, but women have the capacity to be a lot more fluid in their sexuality whilst completely being, committed to being heterosexual. It's much, much less likely in men. And the scientific data suggests that. Very few men wake up on a Tuesday and say, today I have to kind of think inside, do I want to be clobbered by Shaquille O'Neal, or is it going to be Beyonce night? No, I think I'm going Shaquille. Very few guys. Maybe your friend was one of those, but he's a unicorn.
So if you like this little short clip from an interview I did, click over here to watch the entire interview. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.